Tonight I'm really happy to introduce Rabbi Jamie Korngold. She is here from Boulder and is going to be speaking tonight about God in the wilderness. She wrote a book about this topic and is a founding member, yes, of Adventure Rabbi.
Yeah, that's the name of the program.
Is the name of the program, exactly. And basically what she does, and I'm sure she's going to elaborate a lot more, is take a lot of the prayers that you would do in synagogue and bring them into the outside and find spirituality and God in nature. So, as you enjoy this talk, I'm sure you'll be very happy on your way out to check out her books that she has for sale tonight. And they'll be available to sign, and you can buy them with check, cash, or credit card. All right, so please join me in welcoming Jamie Korngold.
So it's lovely to see you all here this evening. Thank you for coming on out. My husband, Jeff, who's back here, we live in Boulder, Colorado, and we love our opportunities to come up to Aspen. We had a delightful day skiing today, so I want to thank the Aspen Ski Corps who provided us with lift tickets in exchange for speaking. And we love our opportunities to come here and enjoy this remarkable valley. So I'm a Reformed rabbi. I was ordained in 1999 from a seminary in Cincinnati, Ohio, where there's not a lot of mountains. But I've been living in Vail for years before that. I skied full-time for 7 years before I became a rabbi, and worked in the summers as a mountain guide. And then I went off to rabbinical school, and then in the year 2001, I started the Adventure Rabbi program, which really combines my two passions, which is the outdoors and Judaism. And in 2008, my book, God in the Wilderness, was published by Doubleday, and it was really an effort to broaden my message to apply not just for people of the Jewish faith, but for people from both Jewish and Christian backgrounds and people in general who love the outdoors. And tonight I'm going to be speaking specifically about why why the wilderness is important to us spiritually. I hope you'll enjoy. Wilderness feeds our souls. We often forget that our spiritual selves require nourishment. But just as our bodies need good food to eat and clean water to drink, just as our muscles and bones need exercise and rest, so too our souls need nourishment. There are many kinds of soul food. A meaningful moment, an unexpected kindness, a vista that leaves you speechless, a powder day. Wilderness feeds our souls in many ways. I wonder, as you look at these photos, many of which are going to be from your home, from Aspen, I wonder if any of you have found that the wilderness is a spiritual place. And if anyone might offer what it is about the wilderness that creates a spiritual experience. What do you feel out there that makes it spiritual? Anyone want to jump in?
The law of how it was all created and also different and also beautiful.
Okay, beautiful. The awe of how it was all created and it's also different and so beautiful.
My ego disappears.
My ego disappears. So you become connected with the part of everything else, and you just become part of everything else, yeah? Am I adding too much, or is that...
No.
Okay. Yes, please.
I feel close to people who are no longer here.
Well, that's beautiful. I feel close to people that are no longer here. Lovely. Someone back there, I think. Were you raising your hand? No. Where was it? Here. There. Somewhere. Someone raised their hand.
Yes. Yeah, silence. Silence and stillness.
We don't have a lot of silence or stillness in our lives, do we? Yeah, so the silence and the stillness. Those are all beautiful. Any others?
True balance.
True balance.
Peace.
Lovely. Peace. Yes, please.
It's the Creator's creation.
It's the Creator's creation. Those are lovely. I want to focus on, point out 3 different things, and many of them are what you guys have just said. So what is it about wilderness that creates spiritual portals? First, the vistas that we greet in nature cleanse us at a deep soul level. The great open expanses wash over us, cleansing us, cleansing off the detritus of our days in civilization. Much like a hot shower after a mountain bike ride washes off the mud caked on our legs, or a hot bath after a demanding day at the desk relaxes the taut muscles on our achy shoulders. The wide open spaces, the uninterrupted landscapes relax us and inspire us. The second is that wilderness gives us perspective. Out there we realize our smallness. Suddenly our problems seem less significant and more surmountable. Or even if our challenges still loom large, there is something comforting in knowing that the flowers still bloom and the moon still rises. Even as we face our personal challenges, the world goes on. And the third, in the wilderness, even as we feel small, we also feel part of something larger than ourselves. We feel connected to the rivers and the trees, to the mountains and the breeze. We realize we are part of something so much larger than ourselves. And through this connection, we are comforted. People often seek out water or other natural places when they are sad. Has anyone ever experienced that, where you seek out water when you're kind of down and depressed? Yeah, I see a lot of heads nodding. What is it that we find there? What is it? Why do we seek out water? What is it about water? Any suggestions? Reflection. Oh, that's beautiful. Could you say a little more?
Well, it could be the reflection of the surroundings. Some things are mirrored, or it could be a reflection of yourself.
It's beautiful. That's lovely. Would anyone like to add to that? Anyone else? What is it about water specifically, let's talk about, that is so powerful spiritually? Is water always the same? Moving. Always changing. Fluid. Yeah. I sometimes think that one of the things I love about water is that it reminds me that nothing is static. You know, that today everything seems really troubling, but tomorrow, you know what? It's going to flow past, or it's going to turn into vapor. Anything else about water?
It's a source of life.
Source of life. Yeah, it's a source of life. Water is so elemental and part of everything. Well, one of the things that I try to do in my work is try to point out how spiritual experiences that we have are actually, that Judaism and Christianity also have those same teachings. So I think a lot of us who live in these beautiful natural places, at least for me, I was like this for many years, where I felt like religion didn't really offer me anything. Because my temple was the canyon, and my place of worship was the mountains. And I found it really amazing when I came back to Judaism, after being a full-time skier and a ultramarathon runner, and then I came back to Judaism. And I realized that a lot of the stuff that I experienced was actually part of the ancient wisdom of Judaism and Christianity. And one of the Psalms that I love to point out to people is Psalm 23. And